Republicans out there who are sitting on the fence, just do it this one time. Do it this one time. Vote for the Democrat to save the country. Listen to Liz Cheney.
We are not at a point right now to be talking about policy difference. This is not about economic difference because we are not running against a normal human being.
Right.
We are running against Donald Trump, who is an existential threat to humanity and democracy.
If you think they were stupid yesterday, it gets worse. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you real quick about voting early. Some people get in their mind because we tricked ourselves into stupidity last election and said, you only vote on election day. Look what happened in Arizona. Look what happened in Arizona. On election day, the machines didn't work. So I want you to vote early. Voting early and voting same day are very similar. The process is very similar. The security is very similar. So because what I don't want to happen this year is for something to happen in Arizona, or you get a flat tire, or you can't get out of work, or you forget to register, or you end up voting but it didn't count somehow. If you vote early, you have an opportunity to go back and fix those things. If a signature is wrong, if your address is not correct, or something that they need you to fix. The reason I say this is because my wife went back and she had to call, she had to go by people's houses because they had things that were wrong with their ballot that their vote wouldn't have counted if they didn't physically fix it. And there was tons of people we couldn't get in touch with. So voting early will help you. If you live in one of these states, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, go and put your information in here and find out how to vote early. I vote early in Arizona because I don't want nothing to happen to me on election day, and then I'm out of luck. Anyway, the link will be in the description section. Click the link in the description section and figure out how to get yourself to vote early. You got to be in one of these states because early voting is not eligible for everybody. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get right into this video. I want to make these shorter. My videos are like 20 minutes now. I want to make it shorter. If you thought that these cackling hen jobs were crazy yesterday, just listen to what they have to say today. And I love watching them and debunking them because somebody following me got a family member that freaking love watching The View, and I like debunking them every chance I get. So roll the clip.
It is 1 month until the election, and polls are still neck and neck for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, because they're double polling Democrats.
It sounds ridiculous at this point. So yesterday, Trump weighed in after a lifelong conservative Liz Cheney said she's putting country over party. Good for her. Watch.
I have never voted for a Democrat, but this year I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
Well, Liz Cheney lost for Congress. She was terrible. Liz Cheney is a stupid war hawk. All she wants to do is shoot missiles at people. I really think it hurts.
I thought he was going to say something else. I kind of wish he'd have said the other one. She's a stupid, you know what. But, all right.
I think, frankly, if Kamala, I think they hurt each other. I think they're so bad, both of them.
You know, everyone.
Let me say this before this dummy start talking. Liz Cheney got destroyed in her last re-election attempt. She literally lost by like 40 points. Liz Cheney is unpopular amongst Republicans. She can't even win her own state. Dick Cheney has a terrible reputation. Both of them are rhinos, and nobody cares about what they have to say. Okay.
Everyone is stupid but him, right? Everyone's stupid.
Yeah.
This is the guy who stared directly into an eclipse. Do you remember that?
If he actually stared directly into an eclipse, he'd be blind. You're a lying bat.
I'm wearing Spanx that are smarter than him.
Yeah.
But everybody's what is she? She's throwing missiles at like the paper towels he threw in Puerto Rico. She's throwing missiles.
So. I loved seeing this. Liz Cheney is one of the people I admire most. Listen, 4 years ago, I blew up my life, lost a lot of friends, became estranged from family when I spoke out against Donald Trump.
Yeah, because you're a dummy. Because they know you're an idiot. They know you've gone to the dark side. You capitulate to Democrats so much, you're kissing their rear end. You have no backbone, no spine. You have no legitimacy to what you're saying.
And I watched person after person that I admired and looked up to in politics not speak out and just go along to get along, except for one woman, Liz Cheney.
Yeah,
and I remember sitting down with her and saying, and she asked me why I decided to speak out. And I said, I'm getting married soon. I'm going to have kids someday. And I want to be able to look at my kids, and said, when the moment called for it, I spoke out on behalf of my country. And I said, I thought more people would follow. And we had a laugh, and she's like, oh, trust me, me too. Listen, a true leader is someone who puts their ambition aside, their career, the money they could make to do what's right. And that's exactly what Liz Cheney did, juxtaposed to Donald Trump, who's willing to lie, to steal, and to cheat to stay in power.
And he done lost more money than these people will ever make in their lifetime, generations to generations. He got almost killed, and he's still fighting for the country.
And I want to mention—
And that is from a Republican.
And that is from me. I've never voted for a Democrat in my life. This man is so wholly unfit for office. And so next week, I'm traveling to Battleground, Pennsylvania with Liz Cheney and my friends Sarah Matthews and Cassie Hutchinson. And we're there. We're with a
money grab
nonpartisan group to talk about the threat that Donald Trump poses.
No, don't talk about the threat that Donald Trump. Talk about the economy. Talk about what we're going to do to better America. You guys are literally going on a tour to talk bad about Donald Trump. I can't. What?
Why he should not be back in the White House.
Is that not stupid? Can they not pick better women? All of you women are just silly.
I certainly have been a Liz Cheney critic because, you know, she voted with Trump 93% of the time. But I have had a change of heart when it came to this, when I saw this, because I think it's brilliant that Kamala Harris is willing to have other voices in the room. I think it says a lot about the type of president that she would be.
But Donald Trump having Kennedy Jr. and having Tulsi Gabbard in the room, who are both Democrats essentially that switched over to the Republican Party. So, but Liz Cheney, who's a loser, that counts. But Donald Trump having a Kennedy endorse him, and also having other Democrats that are turning over to becoming a part of what he's doing, they just act like it didn't happen.
Yeah. She has said that she will have a Republican in the candidate, and it's something that we do here every day in the cabinet. Didn't I say that? Oh, so the one thing that we do here every day is that we listen to people with different viewpoints, and it makes us better as a country. It makes us better as a show. It makes us better as people.
None of you guys are Republicans on the stage. None of you guys are Republicans on this set. None of you guys have an advocation or advocate for Donald Trump. None of you guys. None of you. What do you mean you listen to different voices? All y'all think the same.
And so, you know, when you think about some of the best presidents, Lincoln had a cabinet full of his rivals, not even people that thought differently, of his rivals. If anybody gets a chance to read a book by Doris Kearns Goodwin, she's a wonderful presidential historian. She wrote about that, and he said it made his administration stronger, and it will make a Kamala
maybe
Harris
Liz Cheney will be
stronger.
in the cabinet. I think she probably will be.
I think she probably will be.
Well, let's get Kamala elected before we start getting the cabinet.
She's supposed to be a Republican, and she's supposed to be a Republican, and everybody on the stage is a Democrat. They all vote for Kamala Harris. Nobody even give pushback. What are y'all saying, bro? This is a propaganda show.
I'm more optimistic than you.
Liz Cheney made such
I remember being optimistic in 2016. Do not leave anything for granted. Be nervous and go out and vote.
But I think Liz Cheney made it very clear that there's only one option when you fill out your ballot in November for two major reasons. So if you're a Republican or an independent struggling to vote for Vice President Harris, I thought she spelled out so perfectly that when we speak of Donald Trump, we are not speaking in hyperbole or elevated rhetoric. We are speaking in facts. And the facts she laid out so smoothly in her speech last night, she also pointed out, are not from his rivals, are not from other parties. They are from his inner circle, his cabinet, his campaign.
Right.
That's what she was quoting to show you this isn't the other side saying this. This is his people saying this. And then the second reason I thought it was so important is she reminded us.
The people who are Republicans are his rivals. They are not his people. Just because you have the same party affiliation don't mean you're a part of the party or you're a part of what he's doing.
That there are people with conservative values and beliefs, and she is one of them. But that party is dying and being co-opted by an extreme MAGA nationalist wing that doesn't fit everyone. So if you love that party, if you have conservative beliefs and you want that to be represented again, you have to vote for Kamala Harris to save it. And I thought that was so effective last night.
Let me tell you, so I voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. It was the
thought you was a Republican. You vote for Hillary Clinton?
First time I voted for a Democrat. Yeah. And it was a very difficult thing to do because when politics has been such a part of your profession, of your social circle, of your family life, it really is a very hard thing to do. So, and they can go away. They lost me.
They lost you.
But let me finish my point, please.
Yeah.
So so I want us to recognize just how hard what she did is, and Liz Cheney has been paying a price for standing on principle since January 6th. This is a woman who could have been like Elise Stefanik. This is a woman who could have been like Nancy Mace and changed everything she believed, and she could still be in Congress, and she could still be in Republican leadership. Hell, she might be speaker right now. But instead, she chose principle. She chose having a backbone.
And the people chose to get rid of her by 40%.
Chose democracy. And I think we need to thank her for that. I'm also incredibly impressed by what Kamala Harris is doing. She has said that she's going to be the president for all Americans. And think of the coalition she's building. She's got Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on the left. She's got Liz Cheney on the right. She's got Bernie Sanders on the left. She's got Dick Cheney on the right. Who would have thunk there was a tent big enough to fit all of those? So I think Kamala is being very consistent to what she said she would do.
I would say to those Republicans out there who are sitting on the fence, just do it this one time. Do it this one time. Vote for the Democrat to save the country. Listen to
Save the country? We just found out that the Democrats were giving money to illegals instead of funding FEMA. They literally took FEMA funds to give the illegals, and now they say we don't have enough money for hurricane season for Americans. What?
Liz Cheney. When everything goes back to normal, then become a Republican again, like Alyssa will become, and probably Anna.
Kamala said the day of a robust two-party system will come back.
Well, but listen, the thing is this. We can have policy differences. You can have policy differences with Kamala. You can have policy differences with Liz Cheney. We are not at a point right now to be talking about policy differences. This is not about economic difference because we are not running against a normal human being. Right. We are running against Donald Trump, who is an existential threat to humanity and democracy.
Before we just go,
I do want to say, I am still a Republican, and I don't believe it's my job to tell people how to vote, but to give them the facts. And I have facts, having worked closely with them, that they just may not know. I feel that's my duty to the country. So I think, and allow the chips to fall where they may. People will decide how they vote, but that's what I'm going to do.
This is the part that stood out from what you said to me. I ask all of you here and everyone listening.
I can't listen to this. No, I can't listen to them all. They just said existential threat. Existential threat to America. This woman said he's an existential threat. I hope I'm saying it right. The rhetoric that almost got him assassinated twice. He actually got shot the first time. We act like his ear don't count. He got shot. If he'd have turned his head a little bit less to the right, he would have been dead. And they still saying he's an existential threat to America. Like, I just, these people, I wish we can have a battle. Us versus them. Let's go ahead and run it back. You know how it was the Confederacy versus the Union? Let's do the left versus the right. Let's run it back. And then at the end of it, then we can have our country back. Because these people are so deranged. They're not operating in facts. They're not operating in policy positions. They are just absolutely deranged. They will look you in the eye and say he's an existential threat to America because he did X, Y. And then a Democrat literally did the same thing he did, and they go, I didn't see that. They'll cry and walk off the stage, and it's not about policy. What the American people are effing struggling. What do you mean it's not about policy? Nobody gives a F about somebody's personality. Can you get the job done for the American people? Can you restore confidence in the American people? Can you be strong across the world, setting up America for success and giving peace to our allies, that we got a functional adult that can run a country. Nobody gives a mother freaking thing about whether somebody suit ties nice, girl, female, she got a vagina or a penis. Nobody give a F. I'm so sick of these people. I'm so sick of this stupidity. They ran out of money to FEMA. And you talking about, oh, she's a woman. It's a woman's a first black woman. What are you doing? Like, where did we get to this point? I don't like Trump because his hair, because he has tanner on. Let me get off here. I'm going to have a stroke if I don't get off this thing. Y'all have no, I mean, you do know. I think you can feel it through the TV screen. I am so sick of these people. Run it back. Come on, run it back. Let's line it up. Where y'all want to meet at? Oklahoma? Run it back. And then we can finally get it all figured out and we can have our country back. Because these people will ruin America because of their emotions, not logic. I swear to God, God is my witness. I put this before God. These people would literally rather suffer and die than to disregard their ego to support a policy position that's better for them because Donald Trump's name is attached to it. They would rather the country be destroyed and China run us and we're in gulags and women are getting taken advantage of by foreign entities and terrorist attacks because they just don't like Trump. They know what's at stake. They know that the country will cease to exist at the rate that we're going, and they want it to happen. They want somebody to take advantage of them. They want to be imprisoned. They want to be slaves. As long as Trump can't hold the Oval Office. You stupid mother. All right, I'm out of here. That's what I really want to say, but I'm not. See you later. I'm out of here. Have a good weekend.